Alright, let's check these out here. Now, remember we're going to use prime factorization to help us find the GCF and the LCM, greatest common factor, and least common multiple, okay? So, these are a little easier examples, but we'll show you how it works so we can save some time and space. First thing you need to do is find prime factorization of each number. And remember that includes us doing this, breaking down the number into its prime factors. Alright, so 24, let's do 6 and 4. 6 times 4 gives you 24. These are not prime, so we break them down even further. 2 times 3, those are prime. And 4 would be 2 and 2. Alright. So, here our prime factorization would be 2 to the third power, 1, 2, 3, times 3 to the first. There's only one. 3 to the first and 3 are the same thing. So this is your one for 24. And if we do 18, let's go 3 and 6. We already have a prime right there, and 2 and 3. All prime. So 2 to the first, we only have 1, times 3 to the second, since we have 2. Alright, now remember for greatest common factor, we're going to look at the ones they have in common, which seems to be a 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3. They both have 2's and 3's, and we're going to take the one with the lower power. So if we look at our 2's, we have 2 to the third and 2 to the first. Which one has the lower power? 2 to the first does, so that's the one we're going to use. So GCF equals 2 to the first times, alright, they both share a 3 as well. Which one's the lower power? 3 to the first and 3 to the second? 3 to the first is. So, there's our GCF. Well, not yet, we have to calculate it still. But 2 to the first is just 2, 3 to the first is just 3. So really we just have 2 times 3. So our GCF is 6. That's our GCF there. Greatest common factor. So, that's the biggest number that can divide both of them evenly that they share. Okay? We could check that by doing those rainbow diagrams saying, okay, 1 and 24 go together, 2 and 12, 3 and 8 for 24, and we would find out that the biggest one that they share that's also a factor is 6. Okay? This saves us some time though. Alright, so there's your GCF. Excuse me. Now for our LCM, we're going to look at every number that we see, remember, even if it's not included, it doesn't matter if they share it or not. The only numbers I see are 2 and 3. So we will have a 2 times 3, but now we're going to take the highest power. So 2 to the 3 or 2 to the 1. So 2 to the third, 3 is higher than 1, so we're going to go here. And 3 to the first or 3 to the second, well, 2 is higher than 1, so we're going to use that. So really what do we have here? We have 8, so 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, times 9, because 3 to the second is 9. So 8 times 9 equals 72. So that would be our least common multiple of those two. And that's a lot easier than going, okay, 18, 36, whatever 18 times 3 is. It's easier than going 24, 48, whatever. But for these are a bit smaller than some other numbers that we will see. So you could do it either way. You could do it the old way if you want to. This is just to help save us some time. Alright, real quick here, I won't go through it as slowly as this one. Let's do the same thing for 18 and 20. Well, we already have the prime factorization for 18. That's 2 to the first times 3 to the second. Now if we look at 20 real quick, that would be 4 times 5 and 3 times 2. So 2 to the second times 5 for our other prime factorization. 5 to the 1. Alright, so remember, GCF. We're going to look at the numbers that they share and take the smallest power. Looks like the only numbers that they share is 2. And we're going to take the smallest power, which would be 1. 1 is smaller than 2, so 2 to 1 or just 2. So that's your greatest common factor between 18 and 20. Excuse me. Remember, LCM, we're going to take every number that we see. I see a 2, a 3, and a 5. We're going to multiply all those together. 2 times 3 times 5. And now we're taking the highest power of each of those. So between these two, 2 is higher than 1. We're going to take this. This one doesn't have a 3, so we're automatically going to take this one, 3 to the second. And this one doesn't have a 5, so we're automatically going to take this one. So if we do this, we actually have 2 to the second, which is 4, times 5 will do that. So that's 20, and then 20 times 9 would be 180. So that would be your LCM for that one. Alright, so that's how we use our prime factorization. I know it's a little confusing. We'll work on some of this tomorrow. Alright, thanks.